Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. Mack from the Harker School. Today we're going to be learning about the least common multiple, also known as the lowest common multiple. So before we even start talking about least common multiple, also called LCM, we want to make sure we understand what a multiple is. Okay, so a multiple is when you take a number and you multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could also just be counting by that number. All right, we're looking for the least or the lowest common multiple. So the least or the lowest is the smallest number, right? And we're talking about multiples that they have in common. So if I am taking 4 times 1 is 4, then times 2 is 8, times 3 is 12, times 4 is 16, times 5 is 20, times 6 is 24. And you would keep going and doing this, right? So 28, 32, 36, and 40, and 44. Okay, so you would keep going until either you ran out of room or you think you might know what your least common multiple is going to be. So we have 22 times 1 is 22, times 2 is 44. Well, if you look, and you can stop right there because they both have 44. That is the least, the lowest common multiple. These are all a list of the multiples that we have. Now, this looked very long and this was very short. Sometimes that's going to happen, sometimes that's not going to happen. But the biggest thing for you to understand is that a multiple is when you're multiplying that number that you start with by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. All right. So let's look at another example, right? We have 6 and 24. So 6 times 1 was 6, and then 12, 18, 24. Well, right away, you're knowing, hold on, look at this. This has a 24, and this has a 24. So that would clearly be your answer. You didn't even have to count them. If our numbers are here, 6 and 24, if 6 can go into 24, then 24 is going to be your answer. All right. So if 6 is a factor of 24, that makes 24 your least common multiple. All right. So I'll do number 3 with you as well. And then I'm going to pause and I'm going to have you try a couple of these on your own. All right. So we have 8 and 16. Now, some of you might look at this and say, I think I know it. I know a multiple. We want to make sure that we have a common, the least common multiple as possible. All right. So 8, 16, 24. Some of you might say, I think that's it. 6, 12, 18, 24. So the least common multiple would be, again, 24. All right. So I'm going to pause it, and I just want you to try number 4 right now, right? Just try number 4, and then we will see what we can figure out for the rest of them. Excuse me. So try number 4. Pause it now. Give it a shot. And now that you've unpaused it, all right, we've got 3 and 4. So 3, 6, 9, 12, right? 4, 8, 12. So then we've got 12 and 12 as the least common. So there you go for 12. Okay, so when we're looking at number 5 is going to be a lot trickier, right? Because we've got 2 numbers here that are so far apart, all right? And if I start counting by 23s, I get 46, I get 69, I get 60, 70, 80, 92, I get 115, I get 138, and you're going to go on for a long time. If you have a problem like this, I'd find a sheet of paper and I would just keep making my list. The nice thing about this is we know that all multiples of 10 end in a 0. So as soon as you list these out and find one that ends in a 0, then that's going to be your least common multiple, okay? 10 is going to work, all right? And then when you keep going all the way through, you're going to say 161, 174, I'm sorry, 184, 207, and 230. And since that ends in a 0, you're knowing that 230 is going to be your least common multiple because it's the first one that ends in a 0, which means it is absolutely also going to be a multiple of 10. All right, I'll try 2 more, 6 and 7. These ones are going to be a little less work, but still not so easy for number 7. Okay, number 6 should be pretty quick. All right, so pause it, try 6 and 7, and then unpause it when you're done. Pause. And we're back. All right, so 2 and 4, that one's really simple, right? 2 and 4 would be 4. Now with 16 and 24, we've got some bigger numbers, so it's a little bit more challenging, all right? So 16, 32, 48, and then 24 times 2 is 48. So those would be your least common multiples, all right? You're going to need this for a lot of things you do with fractions, so we wanted to start with this as our first video for you. If you have, I know it says grade 5, but this is a 4th grade skill, okay? So if you have any questions about this, there's going to be other links posted that you could try to watch and review and learn from, or watch this video again. I find that helps sometimes. All right, guys, good luck.